Today I'm going to show you how to make this interactive mini flip folio, whatever you want to call it. So stay tuned. So a while ago you saw on this channel that I gifted Andrea a little flippy interactive folio thing stuffed with some ephemera, and a lot of you said, would you please make a tutorial? So here I am honouring that for you guys. This is a prototype that I made, and I've actually done this with kids at school and they really enjoyed it. So yes, it's just, this isn't finished, it was just really a prototype. I did follow somebody's tutorial, and if I can find or remember who did it, I will leave it in the description box. This obviously isn't Christmassy. You can use whatever papers you've got to hand. Double-sided is best, and it's easier if it's a kind of, if it hasn't got lots of text, that's easier. So you've seen me use this 8x8 pad from Frank Garcia during this season, or series rather, and we're going to use some of the 12x12 and some of the 8x8 today. I got both of those from Cheryl Simone Crafts, who I'm sure most of you know. So for the cover, we need a piece, we're going to do some scoring, we need a piece that is 12 by 4.5. And I want the spotty bit to be my cover. I hope I'm doing this right. Can you see how my 12x12 paper's got a bit of a fault there on the print run? Hasn't quite been cut, but never mind. So on the long side, obviously, we are going to score this at 3.5, 7, and 10.5. And the little flap at the end is going to form a pocket on the inside. Going to just carefully fold and burnish those score lines, because I do want to try and make a better job of this than I did my prototype, because obviously I'm going to give this to somebody. Now, it's a pity that we have got that little bit of colour going on there. I might just trim that down. So this little pocket is going to be a little bit narrower. That's absolutely fine. Okay, and then I'm going to use my 1-inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch a little thumb notch in there. And then we're going to do a little bit of gluing in a minute. So that's that little bit done. Then I'm not quite sure which way I want this. Let me have a look and see. I do like this carriages bit. So for this bit, you need a piece that is 8 by 4.5, and you're going to score at 1.5 and 5. And the 1.5 bit is going to be the pocket. And I like that actually. So I'm going to score here, I think. So it looks like it's upside down. I hope I'm doing this right. 1.5 and 5. I tell you, I'm making so many mistakes on this series. It's untrue. I can move this out of the way for now. And I'm going to fold that way and burnish. And I'm going to just fold these back on themselves. I quite like how I've got that word carriages. And this is going to get glued down into our folio in a minute. I'm going to do another thumb notch there, like so. And then I'm going to do some gluing. So, because this is on the front cover, I don't need to add glue here. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on these sides. Trying not to get my head in the way, and trying not to get glue everywhere. My collal glue still hasn't turned up, guys. It'll be somewhere. Don't know where. And then I'm just going to get my bow folder and burnish there, because we want a really good little stick. If you I was going to say you could make it gusseted, but that would be a problem. Just looking for a little bit of scrappage to make sure that I can get stuff in. Yes, that is fine. And we've got, this is quite busy, but I do quite like it. And that folds like that. And we can put something really pretty on there. We can put something really pretty on there. And this is going to be the back of a pocket. Now, just to make this pop a little bit, because it is a bit samey, let's just fold that back on itself this way. Oh, look, see, I've got a bit of dried glue snot there. I'm going to do that like that, because that's, yes, I think that's what we want. I'm going to just go round the edge of this with a little bit of vintage photo, just to make that stand out a little bit more against the similar coloured background. Might as well go around all the edge of this now. I'm trying to be really quick because my Tic Tac holder video was long, wasn't it? The one before was long. And I know you've all got better things to do, particularly now the schools have broken up, eh? Right, let's do that crease there as well. And now once I've started, I can't stop. Do this crease. There we go. And we might as well do that end of the page as well. And there. It's amazing how far a little bit of ink goes, isn't it, eh? I'm not even in shot. Dearie me. I don't know why I'm doing the inside of the pocket. No one's going to see that, are they? And I've just dipped my finger in the ink. Oh, goodness me. Now, because I don't want things sliding out, I am going to glue here just a thin little bead of glue, like so, and thin bead of glue there, and a thin bead of glue here. Then I want this to sit slightly above this score line. I don't want it to sit on it. I want it to sit to there. So that goes like that. That is glued down. Let's make sure you're okay. You're okay. There's a little bit of that there. So this folds like this folds like this, and we've got it's a little bit sticky outy at the top, but you know, it's handmade, isn't it? And I do like that you've got that. If you had an inclination, you could make this into another pocket. And in fact, shall we do that? How am I doing for time? How long have I been on? Oh, about 7 minutes. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad for me. We give that a little bit of a time to sit. And then you don't need me to show you how to embellish. I think I will do this off camera and then just talk you through it. Is that all right with you? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. So as you can see, I put that on a bit of time lapse for you, and I just had a little pither, as I like to say, a little play. Somebody in the comments said that they hadn't ever heard the word pither before. It just means to mess around and not really achieve anything. Yes, anyway, somebody will be winning this. I might just put something to cover that up there because of inked. Yeah, what did I do? Can't remember now. I think, oh yes, I inked that side of that pocket because I'd cut the pocket too long, and I've cut the pocket on the wonk. Never mind. I do quite like this. Yes. You saw me use the Tim Holtz little die to cut the tabs, and as I'd cut two, I thought I might as well put one on the front. So just got a couple of little journaling cards in there, and then on this one here, I stuck this down first. I like the word merry, and I didn't use a scoring tool. You saw I just folded it, and you could write or stick a photo there. And then I got this little scrap. You could put a photo there, a photo there. You could write something. You've got visions of delight, and I quite like how that kind of hides what's behind there. I don't know what it is. I really love this. It's giving me, I don't know, paint chip vibes, you know, tester pot vibes. And then I'd got this, and I thought, oh well, you could journal all on there, and then you've got some pretty things you could put photos on, whatever, you know, rather than cut them all up as individual tags. Didn't really do anything with that. I did make this into another little pocket here. Yes, so how does this go? I've forgotten now myself. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as the whole thing folds flat. So yes, this is my little flippy bit. So that goes over like that. I didn't want to put anything on here because I really just like that image. I could have put more in there, but it was getting a bit bulky. And then you've got your other pocket there. That folds in, the eve before Christmas. That folds over, that folds over, and there's the back. So that is day 18. Do come back for day 19. So excited on summer holidays now, but I think the weather's set to be dreadful for the next week. Do come back tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye now.